All right. Well, I think some people already are there moving. So should we wait for them?
Let me check.
I think I saw. Are they on break or something?
Yeah, great.
Okay. Well, thank you for giving me a chance to talk to you. My name is Aron Kamajaya. I'm the biotech director here at Pierce College. This is the picture of us when the director of the Office of Science and Technology Policy in the White House visited our campus. Of course, we sort of dress up and looking nice for the picture. But anyway, so I just came down from a class. Our class is every Saturday, Sunday. We are weekend warriors, you know. So if any of your students live close by and we want to join our weekend class, feel free to do so. We are always here Saturday, Sunday. So there's a QR code over there. Yeah, there's a QR code if you want to know more information about our program. You can scan that one. It get you directly to our website that I created. It need to be updated, but most of the information are over there, including how to register as a high school or middle school student. So it's all over there. Yeah. So first of all, I want to give you a brief introduction of myself. Who am I? Why am I doing what I'm doing? And mostly probably the same as all the teacher here. We're here because we really feel that the biotech industry can make a difference in people's life. And I can say that with certainty because I'm actually one of them. I used to be a biotech student myself. So this is the slide that I always show to my student at the beginning of the semester. I started out my academic journey here at Pasadena City College. I get bachelor degrees at UC Berkeley, and then from there I went to Pasadena again, going back to Pasadena area, attending PhD program at Caltech. And here's sort of like all the research that I've been doing as I'm going. I don't want to go into much of a detail, but essentially we do X-ray crystallography, single particle EM, things like that to solve protein structure that can help us figure out what the disease, the mechanism of a disease, right? So, but the reason why I'm always show this one at the beginning of this class is not to brag about what school I went to, but I want to highlight the point that at some point in my academic journey, I came from Pasadena City College, from a community college, local community college, and just like many of the students in high school, rising senior going to college, I didn't know any other career out there in health science. So I came from Indonesia. In fact, this shirt that I'm wearing is actually a traditional shirt from Indonesia. It's called batik. That's what if you go to Bali or something, and this is very traditional Indonesian clothes. So I came here as an immigrant. My parents were poor, and it's really struggle back in Indonesia. I came from poor family. Getting into college was not actually an option for me at that time because we didn't have money. And I was from high school. I was getting ready to actually go to do the hard labor, like the construction worker, either that or work in the church, something like that, but then, like unlike in the United States, if you are a construction worker, if you get hurt, you have union, right? Union will get your back and help you with all this lawsuit and all that, right? In Indonesia, if you get hurt, guess what? Good luck, adios, sayonara. Here's your last paycheck. You're good to go. We're not going to hire you anymore, and you're screwed basically. So I was in that trajectory at that time. Okay. And then my uncle here, who's in America, he felt that, hey, this is a good student, let's give him a second chance, So he brought me here to the United States to pursue the American dream, So he gave me the advice that, if you want to be successful in America, the first thing you need to get is the legal status and like green card, essentially, right? So the best way to do that is to healthcare route, which is what a lot of our students also have the same thing, like nursing. So that's why there are two routes, right? One is medical school, which is most our students know. They want, all the rising senior, mostly they want to go to pre-med, right, seemingly. But then at that time, it was not an option for me too, because my uncle, yes, he has some money, but he's not like that rich to send me here $100,000, go to medical school. It's not like that, you know. So my option at that time is going to nursing school. Right, so I took all the nursing school prerequisite, anatomy, physio, micro, nutrition. I have to take nutrition too, believe it or not. And then, but by the time I applied for nursing program, I didn't get in. I got rejected. Not once, not twice, but 3 times. So technically, I'm a nursing reject. Okay, so and at that time, my time was running out because my uncle got diagnosed with kidney failure. He's in dialysis, and he ended up pass away from that. So and he was my sole financial provider. So it's kind of scary at that time as an international student in foreign country, and your financial provider almost, you know, not able to do that for you, right? So and at that time, my option is very limited. So like if I can no longer pay for the financial what's it called, the tuition for international student, then I only have 2 choices. I can stay here illegally, which is not good, or I get deported back home, where I have to go back home. But I remember vividly at that time, my parents, before I board the plane, my parents just look at me in the eye and say, Aaron, once you board that plane, never look back, because there is no future for you here. Right? So because that's how poor my family was. And then so when at that time I was trying to essentially my back was against the wall, right? So I tried to apply nursing school. I passed all the class. I got 3.96 GPA. Didn't get in, and then I was panic essentially, right? So in my desperation at that time, I found this flyer at Pasadena State College, you know, and then it says, biotechnology program, come over here, join us. I was like, okay, what is that? I don't know anything about biotech program. But guess what? I just came out swinging. I have nothing to lose, right? My back was against the wall. So I make an appointment to see this Dr. Wendy Johnston. Who is this Dr. Wendy Johnston? So I made an appointment to see her, and she told me about the program. And the first question I asked her, now looking back, I kind of embarrassed, you know. I asked it like this. So if I join your program, I finish your program, will you guarantee me to get an employer that will sponsor me green card? Look at me. Well, we cannot promise you that, but what I can promise you, by the end of this program, you will get more skill set. And that skill set will help you to be more competitive in the job market and hopefully open more doors. To be honest, not exactly the answer I want to hear, right? So I was like, oh man, you know, I wish like, yes, we guarantee this one, guarantee that one. But not the case. But again, my back was against the wall. I have nothing to lose. I joined the program. And ever since then, I got exposed to different career in the science beyond medical school and nursing. I can see, oh, there's a career in research. Oh, there's this thing called biotechnology, working in the lab, which is never thought possible. And then again, to make long story short, that took me to these places that I've never thought, imagine I can go there. If you ask me back then at Pasadena State College, what's your American dream? My answer to you would be, if I can get full-time job anywhere, retail, restaurant, or whatever, server, or maybe bartender or whatever, and I can put food on the table and send some money back home, that's my American dream right there. That's good enough for me. I don't care about, I probably don't even have idea about home ownership and all this other stuff. No clue about all that, right? But again, like this thing, the biotech sort of like give me the lifeline in a way, give me the ladder for me to climb up, right? And again, when I was at Berkeley, I thought I was on top of the world, and then they asked me again, my PI at Berkeley, when I worked in this lab, asked me, hey, Aaron, you're a senior. What do you want to do after graduated from Berkeley, right? Well, I felt that at that time I was my community college professor helped me a lot, and in fact one of them, Mrs. Talaro, Professor Talaro, those of you from Pasadena probably know about her. she actually helped me with the Berkeley. She co-signed my loan, so there's also another story that I can talk about later on. And then I felt that at some point I want to give back, and I want to be community college professor somehow, at some distant future. But I'm taking student loan at Berkeley, so I have to pay it off first. So I need to work. So my answer to my PI at that time is, after Berkeley, I want to just teach, maybe get certification and teach at high school. And then from there, I save enough money, go to master degree, and then teach at community college, because that's my goal. At the end, I want to be my microbiology professor that teach in community college. But my PI at Berkeley told me, hey, you have good hand. I still remember that. You have good hand. Why don't you try PhD? What PhD? Well, I know what PhD is, but I never seen me as one of them. You see, that's another representation image issue, right? So like, when I see PhD, I see like people in the white lab coat, generally, fair people who've been getting their life together for the longest time, not someone like me, So, but nevertheless, my PI at Berkeley encouraged me to apply. I did, and I got in, which is it's again mind-blowing. I never thought possible. So, and all of this, essentially, what reason why I'm sharing this is because oftentimes people always have idea. Okay, I want to go this way. This is what my ideal life is, and then the door just slam in front of you. What do? Well, you try to find a different way, open another door. So life, I always told my student, life is not always straight line, and you will learn this later. I told my student that. You go here, doesn't work, you find another way. In my case, that's the case. So, and I never expected myself to be a college professor. That's just like, what, So anyway, but that's how this biotech program can help me. So when I got hired here at Pierce College, they actually hired me to teach microbiology. But I felt that, this biotech program has helped a lot of people, including myself. So I felt I wanted to give back. I want to pay it forward. So during my spare time, I decided to create the program to help people like myself and other people. So the rest of the presentation is mostly about what our program is. So I think you've heard from Dr. Aurora. Our program is very similar. She's my mentor. She basically helped me a lot in how the program is run. Even we are working together right now to get our own baccalaureate degree program in biomanufacturing. So basically, I'm learning so much from her. This one, basically, we also offer very similar certificate, 13 unit. We try to, we try to fill to serve different population of students. I think her class is in the weekday, and you can complete the entire program in one semester. For us, these two classes offered in the weekend and in two semester, and then you can stack it by taking more classes, microbiology and internship, to get the second certificate, and then that will lead to associate degree. And from there, students have to choice. If they want to go to research path, they can go to the UC or CSU to have that research, biotechnology path. Or if they want to go to production side, the manufacturing side, we do have two other biotech program in the area that's currently offering baccalaureate degree in biomanufacturing. Elimination is one, More Parks is another one, and ours is expected to be in next year. So for our program, we expect the first offering to be in the fall 2025 or maybe spring 2026. So we'll see what happens. But at the entry of that required associate degree, the entry to our baccalaureate degree program. So what I'm going to show you right now is what makes our training program, the associate degree level, that is unique, is because we actually incorporate a lot of cooperative projects with local industry as well as the academic institution. So in the first class, the students learn about the standard fundamental of biotechnology laboratory, like the good documentation practice, what the industry wants, and how to pipette, or simple things like that, or how to prepare media. But then in the second class, this is what makes our program also unique, is we give each group of 2 people a project. This is like authentic project. This is not a project that we know the answer to. Like I teach microbiology too, and we give unknown to student, right? It's unknown to them, but we know the answer. So here in this class, we don't know the answer. This is something that's completely new. We collaborate with a lot of institutions to make this happen. This is just a quick glimpse of that. People work in the ABE-LA. They are trying to purify protein. We have this protein from the NSF grant that we got to create this project of creating Taq polymerase. We can purify this and then QC them, test the analysis, doing some functional assay. We also get the automation robot like this. In fact, if you want today, I can take you upstairs. Someone actually, Mia right here, our student, is doing a project where she tried to develop a new module for this automation for the robot. So basically, there's a bacterial plate that you need to patch from one plate to the next, and she's trying to use this robot to do so. So in order to do so, you need to create the holder for the plate. So she's gonna use 3D printing, 3D printer to make that holder to fit in one of these modules, and then you can use that and after that you have to do programming part of it to develop so that the robot pipette one and then go to another one. There's another project here. This is more of a bioinformatics. This is collaboration with Caltech, also the lab at Caltech working on gas vesicle, which is a new frontier in biomedical research, where this is a good. Let's think of it this way: the gas vesicle is kind of the future of the GFP, kind of like that. It's kind of like it can be used in the similar way with GFP, but better in a way, because GFP, the excitation of GFP, or not GFP, what is it called? The optogenetic, right? You can excite the optogenetic system with light, but the light only penetrates very small amount. So people trying to develop a way that they can use ultrasound, where the gas vesicle actually responds to elicit response. Have any of you heard about optogenetics here? Optogenetics? Okay. So in optogenetic, basically you can study neuron, like in the brain, to start to see what area of the brain actually responsible for thirsty, right? So you can, I don't know if you've seen, you can Google optogenetic thirsty or something like that, and what you will see is a mouse with the light on top of that. So when the light, of course, they do some engineering to the mouse. So when you turn on the light, the mouse will feel thirsty and it starts drinking, licking like that. When you turn it off, it's gone. So by doing so, people can study where in the brain, not just like, oh, we know it's hypothalamus, but where in the hypothalamus is it, right? Another thing is that the center for emotion, amygdala, right? We know it's an amygdala, but then which neuron in the amygdala actually responsible for anger? So there's another one. You can actually see this mouse being put in a cage with a glove that was blown up. So there's a big glove like that. Normally the mouse just ignores the gloves, right? But when the light gets switched on, it just gets so enraged and it attacks the glove like that. And then when the light is off, it's what happened, So they do that with light, but the problem is it has to attach those things, right? But this gas vesicle will enable this study of neuroscience without the need of that. You can just use ultrasound, because ultrasound has a better penetration. But anyway, so that's a project that we do at Caltech, with Caltech as well. We have this different fluorescent protein, some collaboration with Johns Hopkins and University of Wisconsin-Madison in Tiny Earth, and some automated system like this, and some industry relevant stuff like lyophilization and formulation, stability study. A lot of this industry R&D level. So we have something like that, and at the end the student present in a symposium like this. Oh, and you're all invited. Our symposium is always going to be the first week of June. People present poster, and then just ask question about this project. And then some of them actually published. I think we have our very first publication just out like last month. So these two, actually one of them is, she started this project when she was high school student at Reseda High. So she's from the Resika High School, doing internship with us, and then she took our program to continue her project in that Biotech 3, the second course, and then at the end she collaborated with another person to lead in this publication. And then again, one thing that I want to emphasize to my students as well is that Aspire, which is our training program, is more than just training program. We are a community, right? So we took people to conference. We, in addition to giving them skill set, we also try to broaden their network as well. That includes bringing them to conference. We send them to Saturday Work Day. Some of them actually have attended Saturday Work Day at Pasadena multiple times, to the point that he can become a mentor. So this is give them a good opportunity to be a mentor. Some of our students also become a mentor as well. Actually, she also become a mentor. She's now working at Caltech now as a research technician there. And then we also have some field trip to UCLA. This is we get an insider at UCLA to look at their biomolecular structure facility there. We went to Terasaki and of course Caltech. So we also offer a dual enrollment in case any of you are close by to us and you want to create dual enrollment. Let me know. I'll be more than happy to talk to you. We currently have 2 dual enrollment, one at Reseda and one at Van Nuys. So we would love to expand to offer this opportunity for students in case they cannot make it to our class on Saturday, Sunday, you know. But if they can make it Saturday, Sunday, well, fine, send them here too. That's good. We love them. So now I want to close with this. Okay, as I mentioned to you, that biotech program changed a lot of people's life for the better, right? And I told you my story. I went from Pasadena State College, seemingly lost, and then going to Berkeley and then Caltech, now become professor here. But I want to tell you another story, which is here, which is my lab partner right here. She's my lab partner. She actually take biotech program. Actually, now she's my wife, by the way. So I did marry my lab partner. Okay. So we work on a project together in biotech at Pasadena City College. You know, we present poster how to do transfection. It sounds so cool looking at mammalian cell growing. Now looking back, it's so simple. But then, like at that time, it was like, oh, it's a groundbreaking thing, you know. And then she went with me. She transferred to Berkeley together with me. And then from there, I asked her, "Do you want to go to graduate school?" And she said, "Nah, you know, I don't want to bang my head against the wall for 6 years. You know, I want to make money. Like, give me the money, right?" So from there, she actually attended. She went back to PCC, Pasadena City College, to attend CERN program. She did internship at USC. And then from there, she worked for a biotech company, small startup, which is only like, I think, 5-6 people, small startup. She worked there as a technician, but she told me she doesn't want to stay to be technician forever, for the rest of my life. That's what she said. I don't want to pipette for the rest of my life. So at some point, she saw the opportunity, so she climbed up to become lab manager, and then she jumped to a bigger company to be a project manager, and now become program manager. And in the less than 10 years, her salary tripled already. And you know, some of the bonuses make me think, hey, why am I doing here?
You have a sugar mama.
Yeah, the bonuses, you know, can be like full-time salary of someone per year, you know, sometimes, you know. And some other people also get stock option and, you know, like all these things, something I never thought possible, right? So all of this, again, to say I'm not the only one who been changed by this kind of program. This program really, when I say change life, I really mean it. I really understand what that is, because both of us actually first generation college student. I came from poor family. She also came from some family who never been to college. So yeah, I mean, and not only I'm the first generation to go to college, I'm the first generation with any advanced degree in any family that I know of. Nobody ever have any master's degree or anything in my family. So it's just like mind-blowing. Now, if you ask me right now, what's my American dream? My American dream evolved. We just bought a property. So this is kind of like this thing. It took me from somewhere where I get stuck and I know nothing in what my dream, what I consider dream is here, but now it just took me to places that I never imagined. So again, my name is Aron Kamajaya. If you want to know about our program, it has a QR code. And thank you for your time. I'm supposed to be here for a question answer. Yes.
Do you have like a mail list or some way to keep track of all the activities and things that you all have?
We have listserv. I do not have it. I think Karen has the QR code to go to our website. In that website, there's a link to our listserv, I think. So let's see if I can find this thing.
Aaron, if you share it with me, I'll make sure they get it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I can share it and then, yeah. Any other question? No? All right, no? Okay. Thank you. So that one.